I can't do a $5 or $10 increase. Like, we did have a client that freaked out, pretty recent actually. What's going on, guys? This is Mark Anthony Fitness Mobile Detailing, and today we're going to go over why I'm raising my prices in 2024.
Now, Mark, for people that don't know, how long have you been doing this?
So I've been detailing for around 6.5 years, solid, fully mobile.
Have you ever had to raise your prices before?
Yeah, when I first started off, my prices were pretty low. It's around $30 for a car wash, like 40 to 50 bucks for a big car. Yeah, so it was $30 for a small car and like 40 to 50 bucks for a larger car. Those were my prices, and then when I started gradually going up, then I had to increase them to around like $50 starting to 60 for the bigger cars, and then we're gradually going up again. Now it's around 75, 85, 95, but for like bi-weeklies, we give them a discount like $5 to $10 off.
Now, are you gonna raise the price on everybody or new clients, or how do you do it?
Yeah, so it's going for everybody. The newer clients, they're gonna pay the full price. For the bi-weekly clients, they do give a discount from like around $5 to $10 off. So that's the only good side about going through our bi-weekly. But other than that, it's all full price. If you miss the 2 weeks to 3 weeks, then we just charge you full price at that point. Just because, keep in mind, everything is going up right now. Inflation, all your products, all your chemicals, water, power tools, gas, they're all going up. So if your prices stay low and then everything's going up, you're not really going to make any profit in the long run. So yeah, you always got to raise your prices up just because due to inflation, and your time is also valuable too.
So Mark, let me ask you, is it an awkward conversation, or are you used to telling your customers that your prices are going up?
At first it was an awkward kind of thing, just because you feel uncomfortable bringing up money for clients because you had it for so long, so you feel like, you know, you have a relationship with them. You feel bad raising the prices on them, but at the same time, we're doing it for a business. Now it's not as more awkward. You just be straightforward with the client, very transparent, like, hey, you know, I just got to raise the prices due to like the prices on our products and our supplies. The gas is going up. I definitely have to charge a little bit more. Some people say, okay, that's totally fine. Or some people just freak out, man. They're like, yeah, no, I can't do that. Like, I can't do a $5 or $10 increase. Like, we did have a client that freaked out, pretty recent actually, where he was, I told him that he was been a long time client. We were charging him $50, so we had to increase it. So I just told him, hey man, like, we're gonna start doing $65 just to increase the pricing, and he didn't like it, dude. He thought like I was trying to ditch him for new clients and stuff. But at the same time, like, I told him, like, you have to have an understanding, like, we're running a business and everything's going up, and we can't charge you that price anymore. We have to charge you accordingly due to the product and the labor and then the time as well. And yeah, he didn't like it at all. He was like, oh, like, yeah, he got into a whole spill about it. And but you know, you got to handle it professionally. Like, you know, sometimes people say things like, but at the same time, you got to be professional and just like bypass it. Like, hey, I understand this, blah 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 blah, but this is what's going to happen. If you want to stick with us, totally fine. If not, feel free to use somebody else. But we appreciate your business and thank you for the support. And sometimes they do leave, or they come back, or it does. At the end of the day, if you do good work and you have good reviews, you'll be solid, man. But let me know, how did your customers react when you increased the prices? Drop it down in the comments below, and yeah, tell us how it went down.
All right, Mark. So I feel like right now, you're really confident in raising your prices. Were you at the beginning? Or were you nervous that you were gonna lose all your customers?
So now the reason why I'm confident is because we're established right now. So there's no stress out about the clients. Like, if we do lose a client, it would suck, but at the same time, we gotta grow somehow. So if you stick on one price, say if I was charging 30 bucks, and then it's been what, like 3 or 6 years, you're not gonna grow at all. So you won't be able to grab a new van or new setup. You won't be able to go the long term. I always look at it like this, like people that get into it for short term, like for a side business, and then when you talk to them, like, oh, I used to detail, but then what happened? It's just because they probably weren't making money. The reason why they said they used to, or maybe they just didn't like it after all, but ideally they when people stop doing like the business and stuff, they're just not making money at the moment. So that's another thing to put into factor. Like, yeah, you do have to raise your prices. It's kind of awkward at first, but I mean, at the end of the day, it is what it is. You got to keep grinding and move forward to your goals.
Got it, man. Now, what's your advice for that new detailer that wants to charge more, but all their customers are used to those cheap prices, those 30, 40, even 50 buck prices?
I would tell the new detailer just to go for it, man. Or if you want, start small. Like you could You have your regular clients, and then when you get the new clients in, charge them a little bit more, and etc. But yeah, I definitely recommend people that are charging that low. You're going to lose clients as well. I'm not going to lie to you. You probably lose a good amount of clients just because they don't want to pay those prices. But at the same time, if your work's good, they'll come back to you. If not, there's always there's like thousands of cars and millions of clients out there. So don't worry about it. Just keep it going. Just produce the good results, and just move forward, man. And I'm pretty sure you'll grow. But also, you got to keep in mind, you got to work on the numbers. Like, don't charge for like the minimum for clients and stuff like that, because you're not going to grow at all.
And Mark, something you mentioned twice already is, you know, some people are gonna be like, nah, I'm gonna go somewhere else, and they come back. Has that happened to you?
Yeah, so I recently got a customer that said he was gonna go somewhere else. It's been with us for a long time, or they've been with us for a long time. I would say they've been with us for at least like 2 to 3 years. But I increased the prices on them, and yeah, they just didn't like the pricing, so they never came back. And now they're coming back right now. They just text me asking me, hey, when's the next time you could come out and do our car? And that's the thing, that if you produce good quality work, you don't have to worry about it.
It's all about the quality work, huh?
Yeah, quality work, and also like your reviews. If you have good reviews, that's like another thing that solidifies you on your journey as well. For instance, like if you don't have good reviews, like if you're doing like, I would say, like say if you only like 3 reviews, 4 reviews, and then you're not really established as much. So yeah, I would think that would be the best thing to do, is focus on the reviews as well.
All right, Mark, let me hit you with the last question, bro. How do you respond to those customers that have been supporting you from the get-go, from day one, and you raise the prices on them, or you don't raise the prices on them?
I do, like the thing I had an issue, like when I first started, yeah, I didn't want to do it just because I felt so bad. But at the same time, you got to do what you got to do. Just like anything else, like everyone in their job feels they expect a raise. Every so often, you got to give yourself a raise as well. You can't just be like, I'm pretty sure these people that had their first jobs were probably like, say $11 an hour, $12 an hour. And then, yeah, they gradually started going up just because, yeah, their time means a little bit more because they have more experience, they're more faster, and etc. So definitely, if you do have more, you got to get paid for your experience, and you got to get paid for your time as well. So that's the thing too. There's guys that charge still that have been probably doing it for like 10, 20 years detailing, but they're still stuck in their ways of being a car washer. And you see them, no knock to them or anything like that, but just at the same time, you see them in the car and they're still doing it, and they never raise their prices. They always say, I got a guy that does it for cheaper kind of guy, but at the end of the day, there's always clients for everybody. So there's clients for that they want to pay low, they want to pay medium, high. So it is where you want to go with. I noticed that when you start paying, or when you have cheaper deals and stuff like that, you're going to get those cars that are just like really bad, and they're going to take you way longer to do. And if you want to work harder for less work, so be it. But I'm just saying, for in the long run, you definitely got to raise your prices for sure.
Now, is that going to ruin a friendship? Is the homie going to be bitter that you're not giving them the homie discount anymore?
I always say this, like if they're your homie, or if they're really your client, a real supporter, they're going to support you regardless of like anything. So yeah, there are certain expectations. If you're going to say, if you had like $30 and you want to charge $1,000, they're not going to pay for, obviously. But I'm saying, like, if you start gradually going up, it's just like any other thing, like just say for instance, like Call of Duty, man, you're going to play the game, you got to rank up. So when you start ranking up, then you have more experience, then you could charge more. But yeah, man, I always say, for me, I never gave the homie discounts, just because I never believe in that kind of thing, just because I always want to see people do better, and I always want to support them. I don't want to be that guy that asks, hey, well, give me a deal on this, give me a deal on that, because at the end of the day, you wouldn't want that happening to you as well. So, like for instance, if you're working at a 9 to 5 and your boss goes, hey, can you work for like 3 more hours for $11, and you're like, no, that's not what we signed up for. So yeah, just treat other people how you want to be treated.
Yo, Marba, I got that uncle, bro, who wants a detail but doesn't like to pay a lot. He doesn't want to pay my regular prices. Do I gotta let him go? Is it gonna be awkward in Thanksgiving, bro?
I would say it's gonna be awkward for him because he didn't pay. You know, like, don't ever look at it like it's awkward for you, because you're offering the service and they want you as well. So You know, yeah, you do definitely want their business, but if they're not appreciating for your service, so be it, man. There's another guy down the street that, like, all the time you hear in the detailing industry, there's a guy that does it cheaper kind of thing. So just go to the guy that does it cheaper, come back to me when it's a little bit more messed up, and then we're gonna charge you accordingly. So that's my game plan for 2024. Make sure to like and subscribe and drop it in the comments if you guys raise your prices, and let me know what you guys are charging. Drop it down in the comments below, and what do you guys want to raise it to? Thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate it. Have a good weekend.